Hello, Community Rescue. Let's talk about Secret Seeds number 2 by Gail Simone. Okay, following the events of the previous chapter, Catman and the rest of the Secret Seeds are being imprisoned by some mysterious villain. And here is where we discover what happened to Catman before. You see, 18 months ago he was imprisoned, apparently by the same guy. But there's no clear explanation about why. But he spent the previous 18 months completely being almost tortured because he was barely eating, barely drinking any kind of water. The only person who was compassionate to him was a woman who gave him a cat. Yeah, and I suppose that's the reason why he calls himself Catman. I think that's a nice touch, but it's a bit on the nose, too obvious. In terms of characterization, I must say that I don't really like this Catman as much as the previous one. You see, the previous one was strong, confident, really competent. He really had a very good presence. But this Catman so far is not as, let's say, it doesn't have as a strong presence as the previous one. Although he demonstrates he's still a pretty good leader. I mean, he starts convincing the other ones that they need to work together to get alive from this. At least, what I talked about before, the whole imprisonment, at least that explains his current claustrophobia. And the issue continues with Catman basically learning that they are being imprisoned by the same guy and they are decided to work together. In terms of story, this doesn't progress as much, but in terms of character development, I think it's more successful. The previous issue didn't have much content. This one at least has more character work. Porcelain doesn't demonstrate much of a personality, but she's interesting enough. Big Shot, I believe that's his name. Yeah, Big Shot. Big Shot is probably one of the most likable characters here. I mean, he's pretty strong, he's kind, he seems to know what to do. The ventriloquist has a lot of personality and she can sometimes be funny, but she's borderline annoying because I don't know, something about her personality is really annoying at times. Like she keeps repeating jokes and everything like that. There are some good jokes. Her little puppet is not better than her in that regard. He still can be a bit repetitive. Black Alice doesn't demonstrate that much of a personality yet, but she seems to be a strong character power-wise, but personality-wise, not so much really. I wish the story would progress a bit more. I like the villain. I would say this. I like the villain. He certainly has the kind of charisma that an antagonist requires. You see, he makes a lot of jokes. That's once again one of Simon's traits in her writing. That many of her characters start making jokes and everything like that. And can become a bit repetitive, again. But for the villain, it's not so much. He seems, yeah, he's interesting. He's interesting so far. Although I wish we would know more about him. Honestly, I think this series needs a bit more of progression. But this is still okay, I would say. The worst part, however, is Ken Lashley artwork. His characters sometimes look pretty good, but other times they look pretty bad. Like, it's kind of a rushed work, and their face look pretty awkward at times. The proportions are not so good either. Oh, and the backgrounds are non-existent. Seriously, the guy does. And consider that this issue was delayed. This was supposed to come out to be released the previous month. Apparently this guy this guy can feel a shadow. It's a shame, really. Apparently, Dave Eagle's hand is going to arrive in future issues, and I hope that he becomes the ongoing artist, because I don't think I will stand this guy, really. So overall, I would say that this is still okay. It's not bad. It's not great yet. It's okay. Not as great as Simon's previous volume in Secret Seeds, but it's an interesting effort so far. So, if you're a fan of Simon's writing, you will probably like this, but other than that, I don't think that you should really check this issue.